My name is Jamie Lee, and joining me on the channel today, I am chatting with Sarah Ann, who plays young Kim Da-eun in Cobra Kai Season 5 and has recently entered the MCU playing as Latti in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Welcome, Sarah Ann. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for interviewing me today. Thank you so much.
No worries. It's a pleasure to have you on and to be able to chat to you about Guardians. Let's talk about your audition. When you applied for the role, did you know that it would be a Marvel movie? What did you know about your audition?
Okay, so at the top of the notification, it was like, you got an EcoCast. So it said untitled Marvel movie. So we were like, oh, okay, this must be really big. So I knew I had to do my best, which I do from all my auditions, but I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I had to cry on cue for this. And it was so much fun. Fun fact, during the self-tape, I really wanted to feel like the character. So I put chopsticks in my hair to look like antennas from an alien. And
Right.
I thought it was really cool. And that was basically my audition tape.
Yeah. So you had to cry on set. How did you do that? Did you just think of like the saddest thing that's ever happened and it just came naturally to you, or did you really have to force it out?
Okay, so at the time, it was 2021, and I was like getting into the professional acting stuff. So, my coach was like, okay, I'm gonna scare you a little bit.
Ooh.
Think of the saddest thing that you could ever think of. Start boiling. And it's name a person. You don't have to tell me the name. Think of them. Pretend that you are locked in a cage and you will never ever see them again. And
That's brutal.
I know, right? And I got about a minute and I was like, oh my gosh. I was
Oh.
seriously crying a river.
Hmm.
And yes, so I was really bawling during the self-tape. And yeah,
Oh.
that's basically what I submitted.
Yeah, well, it must have worked because you booked a role in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is huge. So, congratulations on that. When I
Thank you
was
so much.
watching, no worries, when I was watching your Instagram posts and, behind the scenes things that you were posting, I didn't realize how much time and effort went into your makeup. Like, you even had prosthetic gills put on. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
So, tell me a little bit about that hair and makeup process. What was that like for you?
Of course. Okay, so sometimes it would be makeup first and then hair. So basically, they'll be like, come on in, Sarah Ann. Okay, so they would sit me down on a chair. They will like kind of like wipe my face with a towel. And then they would go in with this sticky, like primer stuff that made your face all stiff. And it was like I always like stretched my face out because it was so weird.
Yeah.
Um, and then after that, they had this little tattoo, kind of like 3D tattoo, I guess. It felt like clay. It was like mushy, kind of.
Okay.
And they got the tattoo, peeled it off. They're like, okay, Sarah Ann, don't move. So then they put it first on my nose, like this. And I was
Hmm.
like, I like scrunched my nose up like that. And they added some like dirt on my nose. And then after that, they went in for the gills. And it was basically same process. They just put them like on my cheeks right here. And next, they would go in with silver like eyebrow gel and silver mascara. They also would put this like dirt on my face and they would give me chapstick.
Yeah.
So that's basically my makeup look in a nutshell. That took around 30 minutes first time, and they actually shortened it down to 15 minutes, which I think
Wow.
that is so impressive. And
Yeah.
after makeup, they would sometimes send me back to my trailer to get some food, some breakfast. And after that, usually I would go to my hair trailer and she sits me down and it's like a huge mirror. She brushes out my hair, makes sure she gets all the tangles out, detangles like all of it. Then she like sprays my hair. And then after that, she puts my hair into like a super tight ponytail and like super tight. She would like kind of roll it into like this kind of like a bald cap almost. It's
Yeah.
like kind of like a black. just thing to cover all the hairs. And then after that, she'd be like, this is the fun part. Okay, she grabs the wig, and then it's like,
The piggy
silver
tails.
with ponytails. Yes.
Yeah.
And she puts it on my head and she places it there. And I'm like, yeah. So she gets her little like glue with her brush that's in a little bowl, gets some of it, pulls my like bangs up, and then she like dabs it on there, presses it, dabs it on there, presses it. Other side, dabs it on, presses it. And basically, that's it. That was an awesome process. I would go back, chill out in my trailer, look over the scene that we're doing, and then I get picked up in this little van and get sent off to set.
That's what I was going to say. You look out of this world, like literally out of the world. And then what happens next? Like, do you just go on set and you're surrounded by Dave Bautista, Klementieff? Is that how it happened? When you arrived on set, who did you see?
Let's just say the first day on set, got picked up in my little van, went to set. It's like a sound stage. So if they're filming, usually they have the red light on top of like the little I don't know what it's really called. It's like a slant, and then they have this like alarm thingy, and it's red if they're filming. If it's red, there's usually this part, crafty, right beside it. Get some snacks, maybe put it in my bag, and I'm like, can I have this? Can I have this? Can I have this? Thank you. And then I go into the sound stage. And for the first day on set, I was really nervous. So I was like, don't mess up, Sarah Ann, don't mess up, Sarah Ann. So I went on there. It was really like spread out and everything because this specific soundstage was like very spread out. And this is actually the first time that they did that, but they said, okay, we're ready for you in like 1 minute, which is like a record. Because usually
really
we have little tents and we do school, but they just brought me on set. It was awesome. So usually they have stand-ins when the little like kids are everywhere, so everyone gets into place. And then right when they're about to film, they bring the actors in, or actors and actresses in. And I was like, wow, oh my goodness, they're all right in front of us. And they're like, okay, Sarah Ann, your line is Jube Jube, which means good friend. And they said, yeah, so basically that happened. They filmed the scene, they were like rolling and action. And so they would do that. The actors would like fall, and then they would be like, whoa. So basically this scene was the scene where the second time they see the kids, they walk into the the like little cages, and then Jube Jube, Jube Jube. And Drax is telling the kids to stay away from the starboard walls. So that was my first scene. That was an awesome experience. And I went home that day feeling so proud and just so happy that I had that experience.
Of course. That's amazing that you got to, not only just experience working on a Marvel movie, but experience working with these professionals who have been a part of that franchise for so long. So that's extremely, like, such a cool opportunity for you.
Yes.
And is it true that your hair and roomie trailer buddy was Will Poulter? Is that true?
Yes. So I did share a hair and makeup trailer with Will. Awesome. I remember when he was getting all of his gold spray paint on, he had these like, it looked like tennis balls that had like a hole in the middle, and then like a tripod that was like coming down like this. And there was another one, and he put his hands on them, and then he got spray painted. And I remember he was like, yes, the ribs tickled a little bit. When we were like talking to him. So I thought that was really funny because he's like, a little, the ribs. So I thought that was really funny that that the ribs tickled.
Yeah.
And for me, honestly, it was my whole neck when I was getting like the dirt on my neck and my leg and my arms, but tickled on my neck.
Mostly on your neck. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, I do share a hair and makeup like trailer with Will, and I'm very happy that that happened.
Yeah, that's so cool. You got sort of like a one-on-one experience with him where you're getting all dolled up to look like an alien.
Yes.
Oh, that's very fun. So what about when you said that you had school on set? So how does that work? You still do like you still learn and then, for example, do maths and then go to a scene with Drax, for example. Is that what would happen?
Whenever we would have like free time on set, instead of just like chilling around, I had to be sent to school because it was under like the law that I had to be sent there.
Mhm.
So it's like a whole different sound stage usually. And there are these really nice teachers that are in each and every like little room divided by little curtains. And I'd sit in a desk and I would usually leave my school backpack into the room and I would get my textbooks out and cover one subject, maybe 30 minutes, and then another subject to 30 minutes. And basically, I would end school whenever they would need me on set. So they'd be like, okay, send Sarah Ann to stage 16. So I'd go there and then I'd come back when I'm free again. And then when I'm free, or like when they need me on set again, I go back and forth and back and forth. And then when I'm wrapped, school's done for the day. So basically that's how school works.
Nice. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're learning and doing what normal, kids your age do, whilst also working on a Marvel film, which not most kids your age do. So that's incredible. So much
Thank
fun.
you.
I wanted to talk to you about seeing your name in the credits. So you watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Not only do you see Latti pop up on the screen, but also Sarah Ann beside it, like your name popping up in a Marvel movie credit. How incredible is that?
Oh my gosh. So the premiere was April 27. We were watching the movie, end credits came on, and it said Latti space Sarah Ann. Oh my goodness. So we jumped up, like we were like, and so that was very exciting seeing my name there. It was like a dream, honestly. Like someone pinched me because my name is up there on that screen next to a bunch of celebrities.
Mhm.
Like that is so awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that I got to work on a Marvel film and be a part of the MCU.
Yep, that's amazing. Not only was your name on screen, not only did you work with these people, but when you went to the premiere, people like Chris Pratt, James Gunn, you were getting selfies with Miss Marvel herself, even. What was that like? They were so excited to see your beautiful little smile. They were super excited. I can only imagine that you were too, yeah?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. So um I like just going from the like area where we checked in. We walked the little purple carpet and I saw them like on the stage where they were getting interviewed and I was like walking around them. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like Chris Pratt is up there. What should I do? Should I like take a picture or should I ask a picture?" So that was awesome. And usually it would be like my sister or like we would like go up to them and I'd give them a little bookmark. And so they'd be like, "Hello, dear," or like, "Hello." And then it was just a full night of reunions and it was awesome seeing them again, and it's just that night was probably the best night of my life.
Oh, lovely. I'm sure that it would be, and I'm hoping that you get many more to come. Can you tell us, was there any funny moment on set with those guys or any moments that you can remember that was a really good experience from your time on set with the Guardians cast?
Yes. So basically, Drax, like on the first day of set, accidentally said the F word.
Did he?
So when he was like saying, his alien language line,
Yes.
instead of with like one word in the alien language, he said another. He was like, I'm gonna do a code name for the F word because I don't want to say it.
Sure.
Probably, let's say orange. Okay, orange will be the code word. Jub jub, como ip, ig, fuana, franke, glako, slala, eki, pula, ulo, orange. He said, sorry, kid.
Right in front of a whole bunch of children too.
A whole bunch of children. So we were just laughing so hard. And another one, probably my favorite set blooper. And they were not filming at the time. It was just when we were chilling out, when we had like 1 minute spare, we were like getting everything ready. I was getting my makeup touched up. Chris Pratt runs across all of the tents saying, "Showtime, mother." Oh, sorry, children. So I thought that was so funny that I was like, "Showtime, mother." So that was also like very funny moment that I will always remember.
Of course, Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista dropping the F-bombs, that is definitely something to remember for sure. I'm sure a lot of the kids would have remembered that as well.
Probably, yes.
So speaking of being on set, I remember there was a cool scene with you. Will Poulter comes out as Adam Warlock and he falls over, and then beside you is Groot. And I just wanted to know from your perspective, how does that look? Is there somebody standing there? Is there nothing there and it's all CGI? How does that look from your end?
So basically, there is an on-set Groot. His name is Austin, and he's basically wearing a suit with like green and blue dots all over it, and red circles also. So the visual effects team do such an awesome job making Austin into Groot.
Yeah, I think that must look so incredible to have someone like Austin standing there, and then when you see the final film, it's this big tree. Do you know what I mean? Very different to a person.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk to you about some other cameo that we see in the movie. I didn't realize that Pete Davidson was in this movie until I saw you and your sister talking about it on your YouTube channel. Can you tell me a little bit about that? She even got to speak to Pete Davidson?
Yes. Okay, so that was awesome. So basically Pete Davidson was really just walking like around the set and everything, and it was awesome. So he actually had a scene where he was dancing in the like final scene, and I don't know, maybe I think it got cut out, but he was actually in the movie as an alien guard. So it was really cool, like seeing, whoa, Pete Davidson is like on the set of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Let's jump ship and go across to Cobra Kai, which you've also worked on for season 5. Prior to auditioning for that, did you watch Cobra Kai?
Okay, so funny story. When we got the audition, it was like TV show. So I basically the script was just like, well, like not exactly, but kind of like what I did in the actual TV show episode. So they had like little like these names that was like Jack, grandfather, and another name. And the script was basically like it, except it was like, sorry, grandfather. And they were fighting like in a living room instead of outdoors. And that was basically it for the audition. We submitted it that night, not really thinking anything huge of it. About, I don't know what later, but we were in the car, I know, and it said, congratulations, you booked Cobra Kai. We were like, what is that?
Oh, bless.
Like Cobra Kai? I've never heard of that before.
Okay.
And I did some research that night because I was like, what is Cobra Kai? Yay, I booked it, but what is Cobra Kai? So I Googled it, and I had just watched The Karate Kid about a month ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I might be working with these people, or like I might be in like the same, episodes.
Yep, in the same universe. Yep.
Yes. So I was so glad that I would be working on that. And in November, we filmed that. And actually, in November was also my first day working on Guardians. So
Really?
November 2021 was a very busy month for me.
Yeah, wow. So you would swap between the different universes, the Cobra Kai world and the MCU.
Yes.
Wow. Wow, that's cool. So you get to play young Sensei Kim. Did you get to meet her on set? Because most of your work was with Nick and Barrett, who obviously play young Terry Silver and young Kreese. So did you get to actually meet Alicia or?
Basically, I did not.
Okay.
And I remember when we had like brunch with Alicia, that we posted on Instagram, she was like, "Oh my goodness, like where did baby Kim go? Like, why wasn't I working with her on set? Like, where did she go?" So, no, I wasn't working with her that day, unfortunately, but I remember her commenting on one of my posts that was like, "Oh my goodness, I wish I could have been on set that day."
Aw.
So, um, I did eventually get to meet up with her, which was so awesome. But unfortunately, I did get to see her that day I was filming.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. At least you got to meet her. She's Aussie as well, so I love that. Aussies represented in the film and industry world is always a good thing for me. But yeah, I did watch your Instagram post. You did like a video together dancing, a TikTok sort of video, so that's really fun. Hopefully, we will see more of young Sensei Kim Da-eun in Cobra Kai season 6. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes.
Awesome. Alrighty, before I let you go, I just want to ask you, who is your favorite character in the MCU?
I think my favorite probably has to be Starlord
Of
because
course.
I love his humor. Like, oh my goodness, especially in like, Endgame and Infinity War and like all the Guardians movies, like always makes me laugh. So, I love all of them, but in the movies, I think my favorite character in the MCU gotta be Star-Lord.
Great answer. I think that's a really good pick. And what about in Cobra Kai? Who is your favorite character in the Cobra Kai universe?
Gotta be Sensei Kim, you know.
Of course.
She is so fearless, she's brave, and she is awesome.
Well, I'm hoping that we see a little bit more of Alicia, and I'm hoping that we see a lot more of you in season 6 of Cobra Kai. Everything crossed for you. But apart from MCU, being in the MCU and being in Cobra Kai, do you have any other projects that you're working on that you want to share with us, or is everything sort of just, waiting to get that next audition come through?
So I do have another thing that is coming up, but I have to keep my lips closed because it is NDA. So stay
Very
tuned for that.
cool. Very cool. Well, we can keep an eye out for you on your socials, and hopefully, we will see you in this very secretive project very, very soon on our screens. If not, in further MCU projects, if not in Cobra Kai season 6, the finale. So I'm hoping to see you on the big screen again because you're beautiful, you're funny, and I think you've got a great career ahead of you, sweetheart. So yeah, you've done really well, and we're all really proud of you.
Thank you so much.
That's okay. Thank you for chatting with me, Jub Jub.
Jube, jube.
All right, take care, hun.
Thank you.